Thanks to everyone who have subscribed. If you have not, please do. And thanks for coming out here. I really appreciate you. Breaking news. Hey. Ncdc officials flees Kogi after Governor Bello orders him to go on 14 days isolation. Hey. There's this isolation rule that when you come into a place because of the COVID-19 thing, to ascertain that you are not carrying any of this, you have to undergo isolation. And if you have the virus within the 14 days, it should begin to show. So let's go to the news and see for ourselves. There was a mild drama in Kogi State on Thursday night when the officials of the Nigerian Center for Disease Control (NCDC) visited Governor Bello during a walking visit to the state. The governor repeatedly ordered the leader of the NCDC officials, Dr. Andrew Noah, to go into self-isolation at the state quarantine center for 14 days because the officials shake hands with state directives of protocol while exchanging microphone after speaking to introduce his team to the audience. The governor said that the step was to ensure that the laid down protocol for checkmating the sources by NCDC is strictly followed. Hey. When they give you back your own, when they give you back your own, pay you back in your own coin. Recall that Kogi and Cross River are the only two states in Nigeria with no record of COVID-19. The NCDC has attributed it to lack of submission of samples for testing and even insisted that the states are operating in denial. Kogi, on the other hand, has accused the NCDC of trying to allocate a fake case of coronavirus on the state. On Thursday, however, the NCDC sent a delegation of rapid response team to ascertain the true state of Kogi as a COVID-19 free state. The team led by Noah Andrew, who has arrived at Lodge House, state of the state governor to present a letter titled Deployment of Rapid Response Squad to Help in the Fight Against Coronavirus. Said the mission for the center was to prove logistics to all states of the federation, of which Kogi cannot be left out. He said that two members of the team will be left behind to help the state and support our efforts in the states to support the state government already in place. We are here to support the state in shipping samples and ascertaining if there are anyone with coronavirus and to help curb the spread. He urged the government and the people to observe social distancing and use face masks at all times as part of the measures to fight the COVID-19 spread. Speaking shortly after receiving the letter, Governor Bello outlined steps so far taken by the state to fight COVID-19 pandemic, stressing that the state is highly experienced in fighting infectious disease such as Lassa fever, malaria, and the experience have been brought to bear in fighting coronavirus. So you will note that different from the practice in most places, we set up COVID-19 in Kogi State and Lassa Fever Squad Committee to coordinate our response to COVID-19 pandemic, while ensuring we do not lose sight of the existing epidemic like Lassa fever, which has already killed many people in the country than even the coronavirus. We we are the first state to officially release a web application with the general public can apply to self-ascertain for coronavirus risk. The app has been proven to be popular and effective in tracking fear among the people in the face of unknown killer disease. We have had over 200,000 engagements with this app, Over 14,000 compliance self-assessment reveal scores of cases, which require further investigation before COVID-19 could be ruled out. This is great as well as we know how far the fear and the disinformation are often overlooked, but highly dangerous. So travelers with disease outbreak and other pandemic with disruption of the social distancing has been put in place to improve our degree of concern when relating ruling out cases. Our Commissioner for Health and State Epidemics and others senior medical personnel have had to personally follow up on as many of the feedback cases as possible in both urban and monitor locations. They have been able to determine in a professional manner based on the Ncdc and WHO certainty that none of the suspect cases qualified as COVID-19 in our state. Moreover, it has been over 3, 4, even 5 weeks in some instances since some of these cases were investigated and cleared, and we have not had even one case of coronavirus. This goes to show our processes are thorough enough. This is how the foundation for our zero COVID 19 status was laid, and this is the status to which we are today. Our people are adequately sensitive and in all language and location throughout the state about COVID 19, as much as practicable steps now and observing social distancing, hand washing, and other precautionary measures to prevent the spread and the infection of the disease. The Kogi State Minister of Health has deployed health care personnel to all 339 wards of the state, two fatal persons per ward, who constantly sensitize the people on the danger of the virus of danger of the virus. Communication by news and other aspects of media we've also put in place to make sure that people are well informed. We have stepped up modern isolation contamination center in the state hub in combating capacity of 130 bed space. This facility currently lies in unused. It is our prayer that our determination that the isolation center will remain vacant until the pandemic is over. We have provided emergency toll-free number for the general public to call and report suspected cases of COVID-19 at any cost whatsoever. We have also filled many of our calls. All of them turned out to be false alarm upon investigation and did not meet the criteria for the Ncdc for cases that should be suspected or sample taken. In the situation and circumstances, we cannot manufacture cases in order to add to the count among the states which have recorded same. As a governor, I hear there are benefits for having COVID-19 cases in your state. Well, I am not interested. However, the Ncdc officials who were to go into isolation before the commence work flee from the state shortly after the governor's directive, which apparently did not go down well with them. It was Lance. They ran and never looked back. Well, my people, you heard it too. Governor Bello from Kogi State, that's the governor of Kogi State, has sent Ncdc officials packing, not intentionally, but by his comment, asking them to first of all go into isolation for 14 days, which is the Ncdc guidelines stipulated. Well, we know that Ncdc says if anybody comes into an environment newly, they have to undergo isolation. Apparently, these ones ran away. They could not stay to get through the process. And you heard of Governor Bello enumerating all that they have put in place to make sure that COVID-19 in the state is stopped and that they don't have a case. And there are things that they have put in place to make sure that this is well looked after and there is no case of COVID-19. Anyway, my people, now the news be this. What do you think? Governor Bello keep maintaining the stand that truly and really there is no COVID-19 in Kogi State, and that they've taken measures to make sure that the people do not die of COVID-19. Anyway, my people, what do you think? Don't forget to like us, share, subscribe, click on the notification button so you can get all our latest news. God bless. Don't forget, stay safe, maintain social distancing, like and share. God bless you. Bye for now.